In this delicious dessert tutorial, we are going to be focusing on complementary colors. You will be creating an image with 4 of the same desserts in 4 sections. Each section will have a complementary color. This first section has neutrals like black and white to create contrast. The other ones are complementary. If you look at a color wheel, you will see that red and green are across from each other, which means they are complementary. Blue and orange are across from each other, and so are purple and yellow. Complementary means the opposite on a color wheel, and they also go really well together. So we will be using Sketches Pro to create our artwork. I will start a new document. You can see I have my blank page. I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I like to see my whole page. There's a few tools that you should know. Up here is the undo button. We will be using the pen tool because it creates solid lines. There's also this stencil tool that's really important because we can fill using this fill bucket. You can even fill different patterns and different texture, but I'm going to stick with the solid fill. The next tool to know is a slicing tool. We will be using this to copy and paste our single drawing. You can change your colors over here. You can also slide these little sliders here to make your pen bigger or smaller. We want the opacity to stay at 100% because we don't want it see-through. There's also layers, but today in this one, we are only going to use one layer, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's get started. So first I'm going to break up my page into 4 sections. I can do this a few ways to make straight lines. You can use just your pen tool and kind of estimate where your line is in the middle. If you hold it down for a while, it turns into a straight line. So if you have a wavy line and you hold it down, it'll turn straight. You can also use your ruler tool if you want and draw a line there, move it to 0 degrees. Draw another line. That's up to you, however you get your 4 sections. Okay, in my first section, I'm going to draw my dessert. You saw that I had some donuts in my other one, so this is where you get to choose what kind of dessert do you want. I'm going to make an ice cream cone because why not? So I'll make a simple ice cream cone. Okay, I have my ice cream cone drawing, and I don't want to draw it 3 more times. I want to use the same ice cream cone and put it in each of these boxes. So we are going to copy and paste it. I'll select my little slicing tool and draw around my ice cream cone. Now it says copied right there. After it's copied, I'll click on those 3 dots. And this is just like how you bring a picture in. I'll click on the arrow pointing in and choose paste. Now I can set a new ice cream cone in my next section. And I did this before coloring because we're going to color them different colors. And I can paste again. Then paste one last time. Now I have 4 of the exact same ice cream cones. Okay, so I know in my backgrounds I need to have different colors that are going to be complementary. So I think I'll start by coloring my backgrounds. It doesn't matter which one has what color, that's up to you. So I'm going to do a black background in my first one. And the opposite of black is white. They aren't complementary colors, but they are opposites because black and white are not actually colors. So I'll choose my fill, and I actually think I want to put a pattern in it because why not? There's a pattern. So I've got my black background. And then let's see, I know that red and green are complementary, so I can choose what I want in my background, red or green. Actually, I can see that I've used all my cool colors as my backgrounds. You don't have to do that, but that's just how I did it. And now each of my ice creams are going to be the opposite colors as my background. You could color the cones first if you want, but I chose to do my backgrounds. So now I'll choose the opposites and fill in my colors. Okay, I have my drawing complete. Each section is filled with a complementary or contrasting color, my neutrals, and each of the complementary colors in the rainbow. I colored my cones each a different kind of brown, and that's just fine for me. Now I can save my image by clicking on the three dots and clicking on the Share Out button and clicking on Save Image. If I go to my photos, it is right here. Awesome. Your drawings will look completely different. You should have a different kind of dessert or your own style. And your colors and texture that you fill could be completely different than mine too. Just make sure that they are complementary.